Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Check, check. All right, here we go now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert, and we're back. Yes, I know we were gone for just a couple of weeks, but the amount of changes that were going on in our world, we'll explain a little bit as we go on with this episode, but it has been absolute madness. We have so many cool, awesome guest episodes coming up. And we're super excited for a lot of news that we're going to drop in today's podcast episode. But before we get started, Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, YouTube, all those things. Please go like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. It helps us out a ton. And everybody that's been ordering from Manscaped, I definitely appreciate it. And we have a couple other sponsors we're going to be dropping in the next few episodes here. So, yeah, like I said, as always, we definitely appreciate all you guys. And sorry about the break from the podcast, but before we get too far in, your boy advanced at the Speakeasy Comedy Competition. He advanced to the finals. So I guess I still got a little magic up my sleeve. Did I say sleeve? And that's because I took a vacation day and started drinking at 6 a.m. So, I have to live up to the moments, you don't get a vacation day every day. I mean, yeah, you can drink every day. Before work, after work, during work. You can do all those things, but yeah, I advanced at the Speakeasy Circa 21 comedy competition, and man, I wrote a set on Monday last week and went up, and man, I can't believe how well it went. And JD Spets, you've seen him on the show. He advanced. Dan McCauley, you've seen him on the show. Stevie Mo, you've seen him. He didn't advance. Sorry, Stevie. Sorry. But what an awesome crowd that showed up to the show. It was an absolute blast. And yeah, so I've been getting ready. I actually took today off to, we've got some stuff going on, but I also needed to regroup and get my set. I wrote 8 minutes for this weekend. And that's not an easy thing to do, is write 8 minutes and think that you're going to memorize it and go up on stage when you've never once performed it in front of anybody else, even a small crowd, nothing. But we're going to try our best because that's what we do. And I just want to do something original. Like a guy wearing gray sweatpants out there on TikTok. I want to be original. I want to be your everything. But yeah, we've had so much stuff going on. It's been absolutely chaotic and wild. Timmery has been as busy as you can possibly be. I started a new job and it's awesome. It's great, man. This new company that I work for, they just treat me like I'm a dumb guy. And that's because that's what I am. And I want to be treated the way, I should be treated. And a dumb guy is that. So I'll accept that. But I've got some crazy fun news, stories of the new job and all that stuff. But if you guys, tickets are almost sold out, or they already are sold out. I'm not sure. But it is Saturday, the 25th at the Circa 21 Speakeasy in Rock Island. If you guys want to come check it out, I definitely appreciate it. We're going to be posting some of the stand-up sets, but I just didn't want to do it before the final show. But yeah, so JD advanced, and oh man, he just had a great set. He had a great set, and I was really proud of him. Actually, it's kind of mind-blowing that was actually the very first time we had ever done stand-up together. And, well, actually, I've ever even seen him do stand-up, because the finals tomorrow is the very first time we'll actually ever be up on the same stage in the same night, which is a fun thing. It's a cool thing, and I'm just proud to be in the moment, But, oh gosh, okay, so yeah, I started a new job, and now I've literally, for the past year and a half, I've been driving. I know you guys, if you guys listen to the podcast, that I've been driving to work, to and from, I wear a wuggle when it's wintertime just to try to stay warm because my truck had no heat or air condition. So it'd be like -30 and I literally drove with my hands inside my pants just because they say that your balls are the warmest spot of your body, or like your crotch region is. And so that's what, it's like a built-in hand warmer. But man, dude, sometimes your hands just stink the rest of the day. Like, and maybe everybody else doesn't have that problem, and honestly, I've stopped having that problem because I've got the crop preserver from Manscaped. For 20% off, visit manscaped.com. Use the promo code SHOT30. Manscaped is bringing you the greatest in new technology for men's below-the-waist grooming and trimming. Go to manscaped.com. Put in the promo code SHOT30. Get 20% off plus free shipping. Always use the right tools for the job at Manscaped. And I do appreciate everybody who has been putting in orders. It definitely helps us out and helps the podcast out. But we've got some awesome guests coming up on the podcast. Now that our schedule is starting to settle back in a little bit, especially after the show tomorrow, I know I'll have a lot more time to get some of these episodes edited and get back into the continuous cycle of getting podcasts out there. And it's because I love doing it. Like this new job I have is great and it's awesome and I love it, but I also love doing this. It's like my little diary. Dear diary, today my boss made me clean out. This is a true story. So my boss made me, he wanted me to check the fire extinguishers at work. And I was like, okay, yeah, fine. He goes, will you check mine in my truck? And so I went to his truck, and it's a brand new truck. I mean, crystal clear, it's spotless inside. But in the back seat of his truck, he had a pile of paper towels that were crusty and socks. And now every human being in their right mind already knows they look like beat-off rags. I don't know. I felt highly uncomfortable picking up those rags to get to the fire extinguisher, so I actually used his dirty socks to sweep them out of the way. I thought the socks were the lesser of two evils. And I came back into the office. I was like, I'm quitting. I was quitting. I was walking out the door. And he looked at me and he's like, what's wrong? And I told him, I was like, you made me move your jizz rags to get to the fire extinguisher. And he just laughed his ass off. He thought it was so funny. He's like, no, man, I sweat. He's got a shaved head. I sweat, so I just wipe them with paper towels. I was like, yeah, good excuse. So why is it so crusty? He goes, sweat, when it dries up, it does that. Oh, okay, whatever. God, I would wash my hands for 3 hours. I literally had just nothing but skeleton hands by the time I was done washing off all my flesh. But yeah, I really enjoy the new job. They treat me great. I feel so motivated to be there. I'm driving around in a brand new truck. It's just, I took a vacation day today and nobody even batted an eye. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. And the coolest thing as well is the fact that I took a vacation day and no one's even sent me a message. My phone hasn't rang one time, nothing. I love it. But you know what time it is. And for all you loyal listeners out there, if you guys are drinking with me, this one's to you. Actually, this one's to everybody just listening at all. I appreciate all you guys. I still had some orange Gatorade in that. And then I just poured some Fireball because all I have is a handle of Fireball. Ooh, yucko. But yeah, dude, okay, so this sounds so stupid, but I went to this Dairy Queen in Iowa City. And I know you guys are like, wow, dude, how fat has Shane gotten to be talking about Dairy Queen in Iowa City and get this excited? But I walk into this Dairy Queen in Iowa City, and I am telling you, what a cool ass restaurant. I guess it's not franchised, so they it's like a homemade everything there. It's everything that they had. I mean, they had tacos on the menu. They had chimichangas, and I mean they had Japanese fried rice and all kind. Dude, this place is awesome. So I order a cheeseburger and a corn dog. I didn't realize I was getting like literally like a carnival corn dog, man. I didn't even bite. I didn't even bite it. I just put it all the way down and pulled the stick out. And I mean, it made my stomach a little upset and my throat a little sore, but dude, it was awesome. So I went back the next day and got a hot dog. I'm like, this has got to be a basic hot dog. It was a fucking foot long brat, man. It was awesome. Yeah, dude, that Dairy Queen, man. And they had like couches and TVs in this Dairy Queen. It was awesome. They're like, do you want habanero or chili flakes or whatever like on your food? I'm like, what in the world? This is magical. But yeah, so we've had so much going on, man, and it's been crazy. School. I'm 2 classes away from finally having that associate's degree, and I'm tired of school, man. I don't think I want to do this anymore. I'm proud of myself for making it this far. I'm going to be proud of myself for having the degree, but man, I don't know if I want to keep going after that. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. But yeah, so I do this one. Oh, I did want to tell you. Okay, so the Be Humble Gym. I hosted the Illinois State Fair in the lifting competition. Had an absolute blast with all the athletes and just meeting everybody. And I had a really fun time announcing the show. It, maybe like being a host of like a comedy show or like a burlesque show. I do like that. I don't like the just sitting there and just like next up on the bar or next up to the platform is Johnny Sins. Like, I mean, maybe if Johnny Sins, the porn star, was to walk up and deadlift naked, I'd be more into it, I guess. But I would rather be a spectator, like at something like that. But I do have fun if I can at least have some personality out there. I think I like it a lot more than if I'm just like, and 155 on the bar, up steps Mia Khalifa. I mean, I'd still be in with that too, but I mean, just you guys see what I'm saying. But then also, we actually have Ken Versluis and Jason Waits. They're coming on the podcast today to promote a big barbecue cook-off, like a rib barbecue cook-off, where I am a guest judge. I'm the guest judge. And so, I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be hard to please. Like, if you give me a rib, man, and if I can chew through it, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm going to be just in heaven all day. I'm literally sitting there being a judge of just eating good food. Does it get much better than that? I don't think so. But we live, man, we're living in a crazy world and crazy times. Everything's been going nuts out there. I have been waiting on my second vaccination shot. Okay, so I was supposed to get it yesterday. So I was like, hey, I don't want to get sick before my show. Can I get my shot one day earlier? It was 4:00 on Wednesday when I asked if I could get my shot. And they said that, no, you have to come in Thursday at 8 a.m. Do you really think 6 hours is going to affect whether or not my shot works? Like, hey, I'm not this vaccine thumper or any of these type of things, but do you really think that 6 hours is going to change how effective this shot is? I was pretty bummed. Now I got to wait, like I'm waiting like 2 weeks or like a week and a half before I go in to get my second shot. And I don't know, like I've seen some people get so sick after their second shot. Timmery couldn't even open up her hands. Like her hands were all messed up and she was boiling to death. Yeah. I took advantage of her, man. She was asleep and she wouldn't wake up. And I did what I had to do. But, sometimes alone time, you know what? I don't really like alone time. I'm not a big alone time guy, but like, hey, speaking of Timmery, she's been killing it. Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies, available on Facebook and Instagram. Now she officially has people that are running the pages on there. It's not just her, so you can check out all the beautiful pictures of the cupcakes, cookies, cakes, all the things. She does now demand a down payment for the cake, for the cakes or the orders, because man, all these people out there that's been stiffing her. Well, there's only been two, but they were huge orders. This one chick, she was like, it was time to pick up the cake, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pick it up." And Timmery's like, this is a massive cake. It was a super rad dad dude or something like that. That's what the cake said. And she goes, "Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pick it up." And we're like, okay, then I guess we'll deliver it, even though our whole Saturday is ruined just because of this one woman. She never responded. And we're like, are you not picking this cake up? Somebody sent us a picture a few hours later of the woman bought a cake from Walmart that had the same writing on it instead of picking up the order that she ordered. It was just disgusting, distasteful, and it pissed me off. And I don't really get pissed that often, but man, that one made me mad. And so yeah. But Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies is available on Facebook and Instagram. Check it all out. It's beautiful. It's delicious. I love it. Man, she just made like a raspberry lemonade, raspberry puree filling, and oh, God. Every night I have like way too much to drink, but man, once that hits your gut, oh, raspberry lemonade puree soaking up Fireball. Oh, God. And I could probably use one of those cupcakes as a pocket pea, because it's real wet in the middle with that filling. Ooh, yeah. I'll stop there. I've got a new job. Maybe I got to watch what I say. I don't know. But yeah, things have been wild. Things have been crazy, and I definitely support, or I love the support that I've gotten from some of my really close friends. We just learn and develop so much. Like, I don't know. Like, I've got this one, and I'll say friend, but something happened where there was just a misunderstanding in communication. Like, hey, we thought we were meeting up, we didn't hear from them, and then they just never showed up. And then they just decided that they hated us. Like, just at the drop of the dime, they decided they hated us after that. Like, nobody did anything wrong. Like, just, man, what is it? We jump to everything on Facebook, on Instagram. We're just jumping to conclusions on everything, man. Like, it's Survivor. Okay, so this is where I was kind of leading into. So I'm a huge Survivor fan. Everybody knows that I love Survivor. Yeah. Dude, I love Survivor. Well, Survivor now is not the same. It used to be rugged and raw. And, like, you would have Rudy coming out, this 80-year-old veteran, and he'd be like, "Well, there's a homosexual over there that took off all his clothes, and I don't want to get near him." But then they ended up being like the greatest alliance. You would have backstabbing and hate and all this different stuff, And now the show, the very first line was, it was Jeff Probst saying, "Hey, are you guys okay with me calling you guys?" Our iconic line, "Come on in, guys," when they do a challenge. And he goes, "I just want to make sure everybody's okay with me saying that still, because if you're not, I'll change it." I'm like, oh my God, what a weak world. What a weak world. And so nobody said anything. Everybody was like, yeah, we're cool with it. There was a woman. She said, "Hey, I am a lesbian woman, and I can tell you right now, I have no issue with it at all." And so we're like halfway into the episode, and this gay man, well, I believe he was a gay man, but they come into the challenge, and Jeff says, Come on in, guys. And this guy goes, hey, I thought about it, and my wife or my husband is a transgender pregnant woman. My husband is a transgender pregnant woman, and I don't feel comfortable with you calling us all guys. Yeah, and the audio didn't go out there. I just like what? And you guys know I love everybody and I love everything. What in the world what in the world even is that? And and I don't understand, how is somebody affected by Jeff saying, "Come on in, guys"? Yeah, and later in the episode, this guy walked up to the group and he said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna actually go get in the water for a minute." Like, it's just an expression that we say that's been in our heads for forever. Hey guys, yeah, if it's just a group of women, I'll be like, "Hey ladies," or "Hey women," or I just say, "Hey guys," "Hey women." Like, most girls I know walk up and say, "Hey guys, are you guys what?" Like, whatever. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. And yeah, clearly I'm a little worked up about it, but the amount of hate that's generated from that too. I see both sides of the picture here, but the amount of hate, dude, everybody, it just fired people up so much, and that's our biggest problem, is how fired up everybody gets. But why would we make such a big issue out of something so small, so small? And I'm doing the same thing. You see, I'm literally countering back on myself. But it just seems like there's way more pressing issues than saying, "Come on in, guys." And especially because it's a show that I love. It's a show that I've loved for a long time. If Breaking Bad was like, "Hey, we're making one more season, and Jesse and Walter are going to be women in the next season," like, not the same characters, yeah, I'd be upset. I'd be upset because it's not Jesse and Walter. Like, it's not Bryan Cranston and whatever is Aaron Paul. Like, I wouldn't be upset because they were women. I'd be upset because they weren't those two actors. Like, I would be upset if Wonder Woman is John Cena in the next movie. Like, it's Gal Gadot. Like, I would be upset. But would you guys be upset if John Cena was the next Wonder Woman? Don't you think it'd be kind of weird if a black man were to play Adolf Hitler in a movie? Don't you think that would be just like, we're weird. We're weird, and clearly I'm worked up about it way too much right now. Man, I'm going to take a shot. Thank you guys for being here. But yeah, all right. We'll hop off that high horse. Football season started. Everybody out there got their little warm. Dude, if you guys are watching the video, look at my slippers right now. Got them pink socks and them Cub slippers. I don't know why I'm wearing Cub slippers. They suck. But Bears football is started. Andy Dalton's hurt. Justin Fields, the Bears rookie, is stepping onto the field as a starter for the first time in his NFL career. And this Sunday. And I got to think to myself, man, how much, like, the butterflies in his gut, just thinking about, you live your whole life working for one moment. And as an athlete or as a football player like Justin Fields, he's been the greatest player in the nation in high school. He was ranked as the number one player in the nation. He was a Heisman Trophy candidate in college. But you spend your whole life working for this moment to be a starter in the NFL. And now here it is right in front of you. What a feeling, man. What a feeling. And these guys you see how I said guys? Sorry, these people. Because, yes, there are some women football players in high school sports. And I should stop saying it. I should stop saying it. Even though the NFL only has male football players so far, we should not call them guys because it just isn't politically correct. It just isn't. But anyway, so like these guys, they work their whole lives to get to this moment where I don't know. I can only imagine the feeling, you know. I've worked really hard in powerlifting and I've worked really hard with stuff, but I've never had that one thing that I worked for my whole life to get to this one singular moment. And then boom, just his career starts after that moment. After that ball comes at him for the first time. And you know, sometimes this goes great and sometimes it doesn't. You know, when you're a highly like projected prospect or whatever, like you could go out there and completely suck and people hate you, like Mitch Trubisky. Or you could go out there and you're great. And you're like Aaron Rodgers, where there's no wrong you can do, or Tom Brady, there's no harm you can do, and for the rest of your life, you'll be looked at as a hero. You know, and it's crazy. It just starts with one moment, and it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. I really do hope Justin Fields is. You know, I'm 30 years old. A lot of people, so Tom Brady has been playing quarterback for 20 years. 20 years yesterday was when he played his first snap in the NFL. 20 years yesterday. He's been playing quarterback in the NFL since I was 10 years old. Dude, the Bears have not had a quarterback last more than 4 years in their system in my whole life. And that is absolutely unreal to think. Like, I really just hope that we can get a quarterback that I can watch till I'm 50 years old. What if Justin Fields is the next Tom Brady and I'm watching him till I'm 50 years old? That's a pretty cool thing to think about. I will be gray in my beard and bald up top, but I'll still be Manscaped. And so, yeah, I mean, we're going to get to wrapping this thing up. I just want to do a quick little episode for you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry about the delay in the podcast. We're going to be better. We're going to be posting more. We have plenty of episodes. I'm going to get to editing the second I get upstairs. I appreciate all of you. Please like, share, subscribe, leave an Apple review. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. And if you guys want to try to check out the show tomorrow, that would be awesome. That is the Speakeasy Circa 21, Rock Island, Illinois. Tickets available online if they're still available. And yeah, the show's at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'll let you guys know how I do. And I appreciate you all very much. This is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shane Newbert. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. As always, you guys are incredible.
Oh my.